And a good morning to you. It's the 15th of May today, and I thought I would bring to you a tutorial on how to make my ATM machine that I have in my Fogiel village. That's in my Felwith house. I'll show you how to do this, and also my camera that you haven't seen yet, but there is a picture of it on my Facebook page that I've put in there. So I will take you now to my practice house where I practice to decorate stuff and show you the camera, and then get on with the actual making of them. I hope this is educational. This is how I do things. So here is the camera. As you can see, it's quite simple really. So yeah, anyway, right, so first one we'll do is the camera. All the pieces that you need here are here. We will need one of these, a tinkered tank. You'll need a rhodium spin wheel, 3 simple candelabras. What else? Let's have a look. A ruby gin bottle, a bottle of no, that's that yellow one there. That's that word, calm bottle. We also will need a bottle of Temple Street tonic and 2 bottles of, yeah, that one. That's so cool, I can't even think of which one I'm doing. Right, we've got this green one here. This is the other one we need. Yeah, a citrine bottle. So, right, this is all the things that we need, as well as a maple block, and there should be, a pawn. Right, so these are all the items that you need. You'll need one of these, 3 of these, 1 of these, 1 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of those. That's what we all need to make the camera. Okay, so right on with the camera. Right, to start off with, what we need to do is take our candelabras and place them wherever you want them. We're just going to move them here. Okay, so, and then what we need to do is we just need to basically go into editor mode, so you can highlight the ones you need, and yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to just pitch them to, or rotate, I don't know, whichever one you feel comfortable doing. Pitch, rotate, it doesn't matter, whichever one bends them backwards to whatever way that you want them. So it doesn't really matter if they're all lopsided, so long as you try and get them roughly the same height, and then you just pick them up and move them along so they're roughly sat like legs. Okay, so get all of the bits and bobs in the middle. So as you can see, that's kind of starting to get there. If it's not bent down enough, just make it bendier. Let's have a look. Right, okay, so that looks okay-ish. That leg's a bit too bent, so we just unbend it a bit. Ooh, Oh wait, get off. And then move it. Okay. We don't want it to... So the thing is, when you've done it all, you can lift it down. That's not... that is... Let's see. This may take a little while to get them roughly the same, because you want to be able to have the legs standing up together. So, okay. That one now looks a bit more... Let's have a look. This may take me a short while just to... You need to get it even, that's the thing. Can't have wonky legs now, can you? Okay, well that should be okay for the minute. We'll soon see. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to get your square block. Shrink it down to whatever size is suitable, which I think is the last size I used. And just lift it up, and it should be on top somewhere. So all those legs should be in the middle, so it's not wonky. So as you can see, two of those legs are alright, but that leg's not. You want to make it so it's going to be standing. So you can either have it all in the middle or on the edge. Let's have a look. Okay. And that one needs to be on that edge. Oops. Okay. Hang on. Right. Right, it should be... Okay, so you've got... Right, okay, so this is the front. Or is it the back? I don't know. You decide which way you want it. You can have two legs at the front or one leg at the back or what have you. So it looks more like that, doesn't it? Okay. So next thing to do is to... Right, so we've got the base of it. So we want to put the viewfinder in. So we take the green one, this one, and we take that and we go to the back. So we're going to use this at the back. So lift it up. Let's just see if we can do this. I said, and now we make it lie flat. So we don't want it that way, because if you look, excuse me, rolling it will make it long way. As we want it line it down that way, and then we need to turn it round and lower it down with CTRL and Alt and scroll, and then bring it out and make it as big as you want it. Bring it down and you bring it, oops, there. You need it. Come on. So we've got that there, but see, as you can see, yes, we don't mind it coming out the front, but we've got a wobbly camera. We need that flush. If you look at this one, that one's flush. See, we need it like that. Okay. Okay, so that needs to be more centralized. So Where's it gone? That's it. Now we need to okay, so that should be the right. There. That's it. And I don't know. Do you have massive viewfinders? I don't know. Have it as big as you want it. That'll do. So as you can see, it's flush and you've got this bit here. Yes, now we don't want it that big. So now, oops, we go back to look at this one. Yeah. So make it smaller. So that's not too bad. There you go. Right, okay. So how do we cover this up? As you're probably thinking, ooh, how do we cover that up? What we do is this bit here, we then take the pawn and we take it and we enlarge it and we make it stick its bottom up. That's it, like that. And then we stick it on the top. Oops, or stick it underneath, whichever way is easier for you. And we bring it out and we move it on up. Oops. So no, that's not right. Okay, so that needs to be nope. Oh, we need to make that smaller as well. There, that will do. Let's just check the back. Okay. So we're looking for this one. This is what we want. Move. As you can see, it's not straight. We need it to be straight, like that. And actually what we need is it to be no. No. Oh, poppy pants. That's not the one I wanted either. This is not going as well as I was hoping it would do. I've done 2 of these now. Okay. Okay, well that's fine. We just need to bring this. Nope. See, the best thing about this is if you make a mistake, if you just move it and you make a mistake and it's not the right thing you've moved, you can always push escape and rectify the problem. I'm trying to get it so it's not, don't worry too much about it being, it's got to be central. That'll do. Because you don't need to worry too much about that, because okay, let's see, has that made that any different? No, that's fine. Okay, so right, you need to make that flush against there, because then what you've done when you got your pawn on there, as you can see, it's only opened up a little bit there, where you can have it as wide or as large as you want it. I apologise if this isn't going as well as I was hoping, but what you do is you take the blue bottle now, and you want that to be there, and that has got to be central. So the other thing you can do is let's have a look and make sure that that's, see, it's still at the back. That's the main thing you want. So yeah, you don't want that to be poking through. Okay, that needs to be straight, because that is the center of the, that's the lens. This is what we're doing now, is the lens. Okay, so we need that to be actually near on flush. So as you can see, it's still a little bit out. We don't want nothing poking out the back. See, as you can see, there's that poking out the back, so we don't want that poking out the back. So we make this smaller. Has that made that smaller? Yeah, it's not poking out the back now. Okay, so we've got that there. So the other thing we now do is we reorganize the size of this thing. Oh, no, we've got the wrong one. That's it. And we make that smaller. But we also need to make it stick out a bit more, because that's got to cover the entire thing. So now it's all trial and error. You just want the, so there we go. We need to, okay, and take it in a wee bit. Take it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry if you're getting bored. I need to turn it around. No, not that turn around. Okay, I've got Grumble Bum here. That's it. There you go. And now, whoops. Let's go, and we need to move that in a bit more now. So, where are we? There we are. Nope. Oops. Ah. Come on. Don't you just hate it when you can't get it just right? Aha! There you go. So it's just a case of getting it smack back damn in the middle. Now, that's the thing. That is the right place. Now you got to move this bloomin' thing. How do I turn this? Nope. That's not turning it, is it? See, that's still on a slant. You try and bring it. There, that's better. I think that's better anyway. Okay. Well, this is probably taking a little wee bit longer than I had anticipated. Right. Okay. So we need to get that now in the middle. Nope. Ta-da! Right, okay. After all that malarkey, we finally did that bit. Okay. The next bit we need to do is to make the top bit here. So we've got the middle bit here. We need to make the top bit there. So basically, whoa, what's happened to that one? That needs to be made bigger again. Okay. You just make it, shrink it down as small as you can make it. And somewhere. Okay, let's just. And. Oh, come on. Move it. Oops. No, don't want to do that. Okay. I'll just leave that there for a minute. So we now need to. Oh, look, it's not even. It's wonky. And now we just need to. No, that's red. Come on. So there we go, we got those bits now. So it's just a case of actually making them as they are. And now this bit here, this is really starting to annoy me now. Okay. So we need that big. Yeah, this was not this hard to do when I did this one. Way, there you go. That's okay. Ta-da! Just teeny tiny, teensy wincy, make it teeny weeny smaller. The tinsiest. There you go, it's hidden now. So we've got the back, and we've got this bit, and this bit, and this bit, and the legs. Now, okay, so basically the rest of it is near enough exactly the same. So what we do is we get the Temple Street bottle, and we will turn that on its side, because if you look, that's the button at the top there. So we're going to turn that on its side and shrink it down, and do the same again. Turn, rotate, whatever you want to call it, but we don't want the big end this time. We want the little end, the button bit. So this one's a bit difficult to see because it's invisible. So you have got to finger it down. Okay, and move it across to where you want it. And block it down. So that should not be sticking through the other side, which it's not. See? No sticking through. And you got your button. Okay, now this one here is the light indicator at the back, like the flashy thingy. So again, it's the same principle, but this time we want the bottom end of it. So we need to turn it on its end straight, that's it, and twist it round, and whoops, we need it to go in the other corner, so we need it on this side up here. Okay, see, what do we need? Oh. There we go, that's what we need, but we need it to be, oops, about there, that'll do. There you go, so that's the back. So that's the back of that one. Very, very, very close. There you go. Okay, and this bit here is the flash thing. So we need to shrink that right down. Raise it up as high as we can. Now we want, because we want the light to shine, we need to rotate this or something. There, yep, rotate it, but we don't want the flashy bit, so that's it. And then we just, whoops, move it up and open it up to this. Wherever you decide you want to plop it. Could be there. Is that the same as this one? See, that one's a big one, and we've got a little one on this one. So you can make it bigger or smaller depending on what you want to do with it. Oops. Okay, I think that'll be alright like that actually. And then last but not least, I do believe it's last but not least, we have now got the circly thing. So we just plonk that on the side and shrink it right down. And depending on how much you want it, where you want it, and that is it. And that is, let's just move it to the, there you go. And that is how you make that. And once you got it wherever you want it to, if you can use the editor to sync it all down, then do so. But if you have it where you want it to go, when you put the legs in, sink the legs down. Obviously you don't want the flame to show through. So I mean, with me personally, I would then new from different, save all of this, and then I'd lower it all down in a oneer. But if you want, you just basically lower the legs down into the ground before you put the rest of it on. Okay, so yeah, so that just saves you having to faff about with it all. But yeah, so you basically, that's how you make oops, that's how you make my camera. Anyway, that's the camera. So there you go. As you can see, both of them there in one go. And you can straighten it up. You don't have to have a black box. You can make it in whatever one you want to do it in. Red, blue, white, whatever takes your fancy. But that's basically it. So, yeah, okay. And, okay, so next is the ATM machine. And I will bring that to you in another video. So, okie dokie.